Hello and welcome to the Let's Talk Taboo podcast with Lana. I am Lana, go by Lana, honestly, pretty much anything. You could shout the most random word and I'll probably answer to it. Welcome to the first official episode. Exciting! If you are new to me, new to my content, I think you'll know literally by these few seconds that I'm weird, I'm insane, I'm awkward. If you listen to the intro, I literally spend about the entire 6 minutes repeating that I am an awkward person and I embrace it. People used to use it against me and now I just beat them to it and I say, I'm awkward, think what you want about it, that's it. This is officially the first time that I am recording the visual podcast as well as recording it for the people that are just listening to it and doing other things. For the people that are watching the visual, you can see I am very not put together. My skin right now matches my hair. I am so red. And you know what? I'm not someone that 95% of the time I don't wear makeup. I love makeup. I have a trunk full, or a case full of makeup. All different things. My mother calls me the crazy makeup lady and she's always borrowing my stuff. That's okay. Because I just own so much. I love getting creative with it, but I don't use it day to day. I use it if I have to go out somewhere or if there's an occasion happening, like an event, or honestly, if I just feel like it at home. I'm not going anywhere, but I look very put together. Or if I'm making a video, I usually put makeup on for that. But usually I don't. I'll do my skincare routine and that's it. It's a miracle even when I get my skincare routine done in the day. So when I was getting ready to record this, I was like, you know what? Yep, okay, I'm about to record, so I'm gonna go make myself look presentable so I can do that. And then I was like, no, you know what? As you can see for the visual people, I am very broken out right now. I'm very inflamed because my skin is all over the place. I break out with the tiniest little anything can happen. I've got very oily skin. I've got naturally oily skin, live in a hot climate, all of that. So I have probably about 3 days a year where I've got good skin. That's it. That is literally it. So as much as I love playing around with makeup, it does break me out. And then I have to spend like the next week not doing anything whatsoever to my face to help heal it. So I was like, you know what? This is such a great topic. Talk about adult acne. So this episode is going to be about adult acne, breaking out when you're not in your teens anymore. Ugh, I'm at that age now. I'm well past that age, but so breaking out really just in your 20s, in your late teens, literally any age when it's not so talked about, that you can break out. I don't know about anyone else, but as a kid, I was so naive. I was living in my own world. That's the whole other thing. But I was very late to the breakout game. I did not break out for a really long time until I was in about my mid to late teens. So I think it was about 16 for me. So at my schools, I remember that my friends would come up to me. I think this is the only time in our lives that people are actually excited to have a breakout is when you're first entering that next stage of life. And I'd have my friends come up to me and they'd be like, oh my God, Alana, look, I just got my first pimple and all of this. And I just remember being like, okay, yay. What is the right kind of reaction that they're looking for to say, look at this? It's like, was I supposed to have streamers and that streamer whistle thing? I have no idea what you call that. Was it supposed to be a big deal? I guess it is, you know, it's your next rite of passage. So, but yeah, People were excited. I've never had good skin. At that age, I had it was pretty clear, besides the red, the red blemishes. But it was clear. I didn't have breakouts for a really long time. And then karma got me. I want to say about a few months later, after saying, oh, I'm never going to get a breakout because, I'm like 16, 17 and I haven't had a single one. Yeah. Then I got my first one and then it hasn't stopped. I'm nearly 23 and it just hasn't stopped. But so I started kind of putting myself on a bit of a pedestal because I was like, hey, look, I haven't broken out yet. Everyone else around me is, but I haven't. So I guess I'm just never gonna go through that. I was so excited. I was like, I don't want to. And now it's stuck with me. So it's so interesting how as a teenager or as a tween, so a pre-teenager, it's very, people are talking about entering that stage and they're like, you're gonna break out, it's gonna be fine, like everyone goes through it. And that's it. People just kind of automatically think that when you're no longer a teenager, you're not going to break out anymore because it's not, no one talks about it. So I was very naive into thinking, okay, once I'm like 18, 19, after I finish school, which never happened, I'm never going to break out and it's going to be this amazing thing. That's just not the case. That is the case with some people. Some people are very, very lucky to where, they don't break out a lot or at all. I think I've known a few people who just haven't broken out and the envy. But it's crazy. And that is honestly what this podcast is about, it's about the conversations and the things that people don't talk about. If you were like me and you're teenager and you're thinking, I don't know how it happens, but once I hit like after school, this magic happens and I'm never gonna have another pimple in my life and it's gonna be brilliant. I wish that was the case. So I personally felt very uncomfortable. Like I said, I'm unfiltered, I'm raw, I can't shame myself. I felt ugly. I felt so unattractive. Oh, and I'm emotional. Yay. I felt gross in myself because I'm like, why am I still breaking out? I shouldn't be breaking out at this age. And, the older I get, finding more people who, break out at around the same ages as me. And I will say, I'm like, oh my God, this person is absolutely beautiful. But I won't say it like, in despite of, I won't say, oh, they're beautiful, but they'd, be even better, like without the breakouts. I'm like, no, they are gorgeous. Outing myself. But I could never say that about me. I'm like, no, my breakouts are different. And it was just this whole thing. There's so much that goes into the causes of your breakouts, and there is so much, and it's not talked about. And it really should be. Like, it needs to be said. There is nothing wrong if you're an adult and you're breaking out. It doesn't mean that you are the most unhealthy or unattractive person. Breakouts have nothing to do with your attractiveness. I'm going with that word. It's got absolutely nothing to do with that. You don't listen to people who say that. But even now it's ridiculous, but I can own up to it and say, I still find myself sometimes comparing my skin to others and I hate it. But I do. I'm like, even if it's comparing my own breakouts to someone else's breakouts, honestly, us humans will find anything to compare with others. It's a downfall. Why does our acne look different and all of this? Something you really need to take into consideration is with breakouts and with skincare in general, or skin health, is how much water are you having? I have my water right here. And that's another thing. In high school, I never touched water, ever. You would never see me drinking. Yeah, you know, how is your hydration? What foods are you eating? How clean are you eating? The main thing with your breakouts is you have to take into consideration your hormones, your hormone level. I have a hormone issue. I have PCOS, which those of you who don't know is polycystic ovarian syndrome. So my hormones are constantly all over the place, extremely high, which means I don't just get little breakouts, I get big, red, explosive, really painful breakouts a lot of the time. Also, because I live in a hot climate, so my face is constantly sweating, and also I have naturally oily skin. So all of those things is what, you know, really makes me break out. Also, not using the right skincare products for yourself. I won't really say what products to use or don't use because everyone is so different. Everyone needs different things. You know, so just it's really trial and error. You have to find something that works for you and just go from there. And that might change over time. You know, I've gone through, I don't know how many products, well, not, hasn't been that many. And something will work for a while and it will be amazing. And then for whatever reason, it's just not working anymore. It's not giving me the same results. That is a part of life. It's not a downfall and all of that. But oh my gosh, it is insane how much control we are placing on our appearance. We are placing so much power and control on our breakouts. And it's insane. I'll own up to it and I'll say, you know, I do that too, because I do. And that's kind of why I am, again, for the visual, I'm very raw, very vulnerable. Is it uncomfortable? Yes, I am very uncomfortable, but also it's relatable. And I want to be that person that, you know what, I will do the things that make me uncomfortable to make someone else less uncomfortable and seen and heard. So I think it is becoming more of a thing now where people are actually accepting their skin types and being like, hey, you know, this doesn't define me, because your skin type does not define you. It doesn't. I promise it doesn't. Depending on your age, I mean, if you are still in school, if you're a teenager, and you know we all know that damn popular girls who will give you so much crap about your appearance, don't let that get to you. But you know, everyone goes through it. It's a part of life. If you are an adult, whatever age that may be, just adult is anything after 19. 19 is kind of an adult. Whatever. After high school, you've now graduated and you're an adult. Welcome to the club. It's real here. You know, your acne is not just going to go away. And talking about that, I, again, back at my little innocent brain, whenever someone would say, hey, you know, you're in your teens now, you're going to get breakouts, my first thought, besides, oh no, I don't want to go through that, is that it's only going to be on your face. Because that's all anyone talks about. And what people talk about is what you believe and what you take in. So what people aren't openly talking about, you're not gonna know anything else unless you do your own research. But in reality, your skin type, so if you have oily skin, like an oily face, then Callie is just over there and she is just, oh, you're melting my heart, Callie. You are melting my heart. If you have oily, you know, an oily complexion, then that is your overall skin type. You know, as far as I'm aware, I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not qualified in anything, but yeah, it's all over that. So I was under the impression for so long that when you get breakouts, it's just gonna be on your face. Oh boy. I hate to be that person if you're still thinking that, but It's not. You can break out anywhere. And again, I want to clarify, I will say this until the day I die, it does not define you. It does not define or equal your attractiveness. Oh my God, the amount of times that I have just been consumed by, I thought by me breaking out was like, hey, I'm uglier. Like, no one's gonna find me attractive now, because that's what people look for. And yeah, so you can break out absolutely anywhere, because it doesn't actually have to do with your face. It doesn't. It is your skin. Breakouts are just about your skin, and you've got skin everywhere. So it's about, as far as I know, it's the blocked follicles, or me trying to get technical to give information. You can break out anywhere. You can break out on your back. I actually have a breakout on my chest. Where is it? Somewhere. It's somewhere there. And it's not going away. It's just staying. If you have a bigger chest, you can get breakouts on your boobs. Just what us ladies want. We wanted that. On your back. You can get them on your butt. You can get them everywhere, and it does not define you. You are not your skin. You are your personality. I'm going in a whole other direction now. You are your personality, okay? You are not your skin. There are things that you can do to maybe help just boost the health of your skin, but even then, ultimately it's out of your control. If you are in a relationship, or you're thinking about starting a relationship with someone, and you are actually terrified, because I can relate, this is me at the moment, and you're like, but what if they don't find me attractive, or you won't, or even if you're with someone and you've had that conversation, and they're like, you know what, I'm not with you because of your skin type. Well, one, that's an amazing person. We want to be with that person. But you want to feel comfortable and beautiful in yourself, in your own skin, to then fully allow yourself to be with that person. And it's so hard to do that. It really is. I'm not sugarcoating anything. It is really freaking hard. So yeah, but it really depends. There are things that you can do, increase your hydration, drink lots of water, be a good human, drink lots of water. Increase your collagen, eat clean, have a good skincare routine, so you're not using products that are for one skin type and you actually have a different skin type. There are all these things, but it is most likely still going to happen, and it is not a bad thing. If you're breaking out and then you are self-conscious of that, and then you apply layers and layers of makeup, that is going to make it worse. You will feel good for that day while you're out, and you're like, hey, it's okay, because you can't see how red my skin actually is. You can't see, it's kind of minimizing the size, if you're like that, the size of your breakouts. But that night, when you come home and you take it off and you just cleanse and you clear your skin, one, it will feel amazing to take that off. But then I don't know about everyone, or if it's just me and my crappy makeup brands, but you will break out from your makeup because it is clogging your actual skin. It is just a cover, and then you take it off and your skin will react to it. And it's not nice. It's not a good feeling. That's why personally for me is I am very much more into my natural skincare. I would much rather don't know about everyone. I can't talk about everyone. I can only talk about me. And I love the natural glow that people have, even though a lot of the time, again, hate to break it to you, that they're filters a lot of the time, or editing. But yeah, I am much more, I love the natural glow. I love just that. I do love the crazy full face of makeup as well, but majority of the time, I just want to have that beautiful, natural, clear skin glow. you know, a lot of these times, because of society's standards and what everyone is so used to hearing and then saying, because that's what we're hearing, is if you don't have completely clear skin, then you are unattractive, you're not beautiful, no one's gonna find you beautiful, except for yourself. Then that's it, and you need to fix it. And you don't have anything to fix. There is nothing to fix. I am actually losing my mind now. I can feel it. I was on a really, really good path, and then it just went. You know, you don't need to fix anything with your face. Just be healthy. That is literally it. That is all you need to do for yourself, is just be healthy. Do what you can for your skin and stop being so controlled by what you see in the mirror. That's not your worth. Your breakouts are not your worth. That's on a whole other thing. On kind of the flip version, I know it's the 1% of people, but if there is, you know, that 1% on here that's consuming this, that's kind of, you know, you're seeing people with breakouts and you're giving them crap for it. None of you are like that. I believe that you are my good people, but you know, you can't really judge someone. It can be both sides. Either you see someone with breakouts and you're like, oh my God, like that's terrible. That's a whole other thing. Or if you're seeing someone and you're like, hey, why are they breaking out so much better than me? If that is a thing, it's like, you know, why are our breakouts not the same? And it's because we are all different people, okay? We have different hormone levels. They're all over the place. Different everything. So you can't say, you know, you can't, just like you can't compare your body type to anyone else's because we're all different. You can't compare your breakouts. And yeah, so, oh my gosh. I think that's honestly the gist of it, is everyone has a different skincare journey, and that is fine. As adults, it can still happen. It will most likely still happen. I think, gosh, it could just be me. Who knows? But I think as adults, we have a bit more of a crazy time with hormones. Yes, as teenagers, you know, we're going through puberty and all of that, rite of passage things that is so much fun. But as adults, you know, as women, there is so much that is happening. You know, our lives are so much different now than when we were kids. You know, don't compare these things. Don't compare yourself to your own skin. I used to do that so much and I hate it. Honestly, there is nothing. If someone is giving you crap about your skin type, leave that. I cannot say it enough how much you just need to leave that. You can try to have a conversation about it, but it's next to impossible to change someone's opinion or someone's mind. If it's in a relationship, a romantic relationship, and they're giving you crap, they're like, hey, you know, look at this pimple, this is huge, or I'm pretty sure everyone has been with someone that's been like that. You know, one, leave that situation, but also, you know, things change and that breakout will go down, it will go away, and we just have to stop comparing ourselves to ourselves and to others. It is not, I think the biggest thing is we think that it diminishes our worth and our attractive level, our attractiveness. One of these days I'll get that word right. But it doesn't. You know, if you're someone that's going into a relationship, you've just started a relationship, and you're with someone that has, I never use the word perfect. I used to say it all the time, but now I don't say anything perfect because then there's so much expectation on that. But yeah, if you're with someone that has really good skin and you're like, oh my God, like, you know, what must they think of me? Again, don't compare. Is because I know I'm a very self-conscious person. I'm a lot better now than I used to be, but it's still there, and it's something that I think At least for me, it's going to be a constant. I'm working on it, and I'm like catching myself in those moments. It's like, hey dude, stop. Stop thinking like that. Honestly, you just get out of your head. You really need to just get out of your head. You care about it more than your partner does. They really don't care, okay? We are in relationships with people for our personalities. Maybe, I'm a real, raw, honest person. Of course, there is always going to be the physical side of relationships. You know, you'll be physically attracted to someone. It's like, hey, eye candy right there. Yes, I'm cringing at myself for saying that. But, you know, it's not everything. You won't get into a relationship with someone 100% based on what they look like. I'm pretty sure we've all had stages of that and it has not ended well. But just, yeah, get out of your head. You know, it's not everything. It does not define you as a person. You are not the breakout person. You're a human being, and people don't see that. That's not the first thing that people see. If you're walking on the streets and, you know, you're having a flare up, people aren't going to be like, oh my God, she's breaking out. Alert the media. No, people, they don't. They're like, you know, people, they don't see it. I mean, they do. It's there, obviously, but it doesn't register. So stop giving it power. I might cover this again in a future episode. I might talk about it a bit more, but this is just kind of a bit of an introduction, I guess, or a bit of a conversation starter. So when I say, you know, these are like conversations to be had, I don't necessarily mean these are, you know, you need to bring this up with another person, but more so with yourself. Okay, have this conversation with yourself. Of course, have it with other people, you know, have that open discussion, but more so it's with yourself. I have these talks with myself all the time, constantly. I am my own hype person, and, you know, it's a journey, it's all of this, but you just, yeah, don't let it control you, okay? Live life. It's not high school anymore. Live life. You are not your skin. You are not your appearance. You are how you treat others and treat yourself. That's wisdom right there. I think that was the gold nugget in this episode. I said in the intro, there will be little gold nuggets in each thing. I think that was it. So yeah, just be kind on yourself, and you know what? There is only so much that you can do to change, like just little things. But yeah, live life, love everything, love yourself. That's really clean. Oh, I can't English now. Enjoy life. I mean, there are obviously things, I said what's good to do for your skin, like, you know, hydration, skincare, eating clean, all of that. And then obviously on the opposite side, there are things that won't be good for your skin, kind of like applying makeup. I will not sit here and say, never use makeup, because it's fun. We love makeup. It's creative. It's beautiful. I love colors. I love playing around. I am not good at makeup. I just want to put it out there. I am not good at makeup, but I enjoy it. It is fun. It's like painting. You're painting your face. But I mean, we're still gonna do it. I know it breaks me out, but I'm still gonna play around with makeup. You know, the not so healthy food, you know, that's not gonna be great for your skin. But, you know, you have to live and enjoy life. So of course you're gonna still eat these foods because they make you happy. That is that. I hope you got something, just something. I know I ramble. These episodes are literally just me rambling about a topic every week. But you know, I am passionate about these things, and like I said, I want to have the conversations that weren't talked about when I was a kid. When I needed them, they weren't talked about. So I want to be that. I want to bring those conversations to life and bring those up. And yeah. So with that, I hope you enjoyed. So my phone actually died and it stopped recording, hence now this. But thank you so much to the people that finished this, got through it. I know it was all over the place, but that is me. So yeah, I'm wanting to finish each episode off with just a quote that is relevant to the topic today. And that is that acne does not define you. It does not define your personality or your worth. You are not your acne, okay? It is not you. Stop. So with that, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night, whatever time it is where you are. Thank you so much. I hope you got something from this, and it would mean so much to me if you left a like, a comment, if you shared this with people that you know might benefit from something that I covered, even if it was probably just listening to me rambling and getting a good laugh out of it, because I will take that. Honestly, I will. So yeah, with that, thank you so much. It means so much. I am so excited to create more of this and get it out there. And yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day.